welcome to Katrina's Creations. If I don't sound normal, it's because I'm not. I've got a sinus thing going on, and I'm drinking lots of tea. Great big tea, see, compared to my head. It's like a 40 ounce, and this is my third one of the day. So I guess he's gonna be awake most of the night. Yeah. If you missed my tea review that I did on Wednesday, you can click the link right here and that will take you over to it. Let's go and talk about what I have been working on this week. I have several new projects. So my first project is not a new project. This is the sweater I have been working on. This is Nightshade by Debbie Mage. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. So this is the bottom, and here we are. This is where I was last week. So I have done about 3 inches since last week. I have 10.5 inches that I have done. Now the pattern calls for it to be 12 inches because it is a cropped top. I don't do crop tops. I'm 61 years old. So I actually measured it, and I will be doing from my underarm to where the waist is will be 14 inches. So I have a few more inches to go since I'm only at 10.5. So I have about 3 to 3.5 more inches to go. So hopefully next week I will be getting ready to split for the sleeves. So that is the knitted project. Now let me show you the new projects that I'm working on. Take a drink of tea real quick. I'm drinking Earl Grey. I've been drinking English breakfast tea today as well. So I have 2 projects that are the same, but they're the reverse of each other. So if you remember, I did an unboxing of some Lion Brand yarn a while back in 2 different colors. So I am making 2 separate Afghans, one for my son and his family, one for my daughter and her family. So this is the pattern I am using. I think it reminds me of houndstooth. This is the wrong side. No, this is the right side. This is what the wrong side looks like. I like them both. Now the thing is, I made it really, really wide. It's probably about 4.5 feet. So depending on the yarn, this might be going this direction. Now the pattern I'm using for this, it is a free pattern. It is a tutorial that's a video. It's called Donna's Blanket / Scarf. I will put a link to it down below in the description box if you want to check it out. It was done by Crochet with Clare, I think about 9 years ago. This pattern was actually sent to me to look at. Well, she sent me a link to the video by Jane. So Jane Daniel, thank you very much, and I am doing it. So this is the one pattern. The other one is the reverse of it. So let me show you what it looks. It's the same pattern, just the reverse. So here's what this one looks like, and the back. So if you look at them together, you can see this one starts with the dark brown here. This one starts with the dark brown at the bottom. This one starts with the light at the bottom. So the background is lighter with this one. And here, the background is more with the dark. So they look very, very similar, but there is a slight difference to them. Not much though. Mainly just the beginning and the end. Otherwise, they kind of look the same. Now the interesting thing with this pattern, it has what is called, and I will hold this on this side so you can really see it, it has an elongated double crochet. So it's all double crochet stitches with a chain 1 right here and here, but this is an elongated double crochet. So I'm actually going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you real quick how to do the elongated double crochet. So when we approach this section of the pattern, And I'm not going to do a full tutorial for this because it's already been done over on Crochet with Clare, but I thought I would show you this particular stitch. So the stitch right in front of this is a standard double crochet. So now we're getting ready for the elongated. We're actually going to go not into this stitch, but we're going to go down into this stitch from the row below. So you can see it right there. You do this exactly as you would a double crochet. You go into this stitch, yarn over, and pull it through, but you don't want to pull it through tight because you don't want to pull this down like that. So you just give it a little extra space, bring it back up and go through 2, the same as you normally would, and go through 2. And that creates your elongated double crochets. So I will get to the next elongated and show you once again how to do it. Alright, so here we are again at this elongated double crochet. This is the stitch we're going into. So you're going to do the stitch just as you would a double crochet, but just allow extra yarn so you don't pull it too tight. We pull it through 2 and pull it through 2, and there you can see it creates the elongated. And when you see all the stitches lined up, you can see the elongated all the way up. Now the third project that I am working on is a pattern I believe Yoka sent me. I have made this pattern once before. Just dropped some yarn. I have made this pattern once before with some yarn that she sent me when we swapped yarn advent calendars. And it is called something day. One good, I forget. It's like one good day, one fine day, something. I will put it right here what it is called and who the designer is. But I am making this out of the yarn that I spun from my fiber advent calendar that I did over Christmas time. So here's what it looks like so far. I started with the red, well actually with this kind of orangey color, and then it went to this red, and then it's going through greens, and now I'm going through kind of a corally color, a pink and a coral and a rose kind of color, and now I'm moving into the brighter pinks and purples. And you can kind of see the pattern here. It's a very simple pattern. This is also a free pattern. So there you can see it. And I've gone through one full repeat of the pattern at this point, so it's this big. And I've got enough yarn to probably go through it another time and a half maybe. So yes. So those are the projects that I have been working on. What have you been working on this week? Now Wednesday's video this week is going to be similar to one I did a couple weeks ago where I reviewed all of the Lion brand that I had in my yarn collection at the time. But I thought I would also talk about, on Wednesday, I will go over some of my Knit Picks yarn that I currently have in my stash and do a little quick review of it. The reason being, you will find out when we get to the Come and Get It section, there is a really good sale running over in Knit Picks, so I thought I would talk about some of their yarn so you can check it out. So what am I reading? Well, I've actually started and finished a novella, what they call a novella. It is a book called Hopped Along. It is part of the main Clam Bake Mystery series, which takes place in Booth Bay Harbor, but it's actually, they call it Busman's Harbor in the book, but it's Booth Bay Harbor. And it's also based a lot on the Cabbage Island Clam Bake Company. So it's a neat series. I've been reading all of the series, but in between the main books, they have what are called novellas, where they take, which is basically just a real short mystery, maybe about 100 pages. I listened to the whole thing in about 3 hours. What the publisher does every so often is they will take 4 mystery series that are kind of similar based on a different theme or something like that, and they will put 4 different mysteries within one book, and they call them a group of novellas or short little novels. So that's where I was listening to it from, and it came from a book. It was actually called The Easter Basket Murders. I think that's what it was called, was Easter Basket Murders. And then there's 4 mysteries within it. And the one I read, Hopped Along, is one of the books within the book. One of the bookettes, little books inside the book. So, yeah. So anyway, that is what I read. There is another one that I'm going to be reading this week. It's part of the Irish Coffee Murders. And it's, again, one of the books by Barbara Ross is one of the 4 that is within the book itself. So the other authors, I think the common theme is that all of those authors write about Maine or something. I'm not sure what the combination is, why they put them all together. But anyway, it's 4 specific authors that they put these little short books in between the main books, if that made any sense whatsoever. Yeah, so anyway, I finished listening to that one. It was really good. It was short. It was a fast listen, and I like listening to books because I like to knit or crochet while I'm listening. So yeah, that was enjoyable. So I will be listening to the other one later this week. So now it is time for... Now in our Come and Get It section this week, I mentioned Wednesday's video with the Knit Picks because Knit Picks is currently running, and Knit Picks is also We Crochet. They are part of the same company. We Crochet is just the crochet end of it, but they're both the same place. But it is, Knit Picks is having up to 60% off until the end of the month. Now it is on select yarns. So if you click the link down below, it will take you to those select yarns that are on sale, but it is up to 60% off. No coupon codes needed. Everything's already been marked down. So that is Knit Picks. And then the other sale that I am aware of is Mary Maxim. They are running the same type of sale. It's up to 60% off in the clearance section until the 19th, which is Monday. So that sale runs through Monday. And again, there's no coupon code needed, and that is Mary Maxim. So those are the sales that I know of this week. Lion Brand is currently not running any sales because they are doing an inventory at their manufacturers or factory or whatever. They're doing an inventory. So they said for the time being, they are not having any sales. However, if you purchase through them right now, you can get double the Lion Brand points for your purchase. So, and the link to that is also down below in the description box, as well as the links for Knit Picks and Mary Maxim and the pattern link for the tutorial for this. It's written as a scarf, but you could also do it as a blanket. So, yes, all of that is down in the doodly-doo thing down below if you want to check it out. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you again on Wednesday when we review some Knit Picks yarns. See you later. Bye, everybody.